Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is I, Joe Nate the Whale, and I'm here with.
Z Luck, aka Josh, aka Josh Z Luck, aka Josh Z Luck Zillick.
AKA the GOAT.
Yeah.
Welcome to the happening.
Yeah, we have a big game tonight, quarterfinals for Champlain Overwatch going up against Pace Gold, a team we did not play in
the
regular
regular
season
season.
yet. But hopefully, I believe we're first seed in our group, so we are favored to win tonight. But it'll be an exciting matchup, for sure.
Honestly, I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. We've seen a few patch notes go through. DPS passive got a slight nerf. Not enough for it to really lose the effectiveness that we've been seeing throughout the season, which I think is a very good change. There have been some interesting calls for tank to get a damage decrease, debuff to be put on people. We'll see if that ever gets put in.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not for a bit. For those who don't know, recently there was a big patch on the new season, which introduced a DPS passive, much akin to how supports used to have a health regeneration passive. Everyone has that passive now, but DPS apply an anti-heal effect when they do damage to other characters in the game now, making that DPS uptime even more important in big fights, and even just poking back and forth. Big stuff from this patch that just dropped this week, I believe. Last week was all about Malga. It's about playing these big coordinated fights. You have your Malga all EMP from Sombra was a huge part of that as well. But now looks like with this patch, going to be a lot less Sombra, going to be a lot less Malga. We might still see it because the team was doing well on it, having a lot of fun with it too. But a lot of the key pieces of that comp, I believe, Symmetra as well, nerfed. So very unlikely we see too much of it.
I think Symmetra was slightly buffed, actually.
Oh, she buffed?
Yeah, because...
I read the patch notes exactly
Symmetra,
half of one time.
Okay. Yeah, Symmetra and Torbjorn, the two builder characters,
yeah, that's what it was.
They got buffed. Their turrets do slightly more damage, and they also have slightly more health. As long as you have teammates with brains, though, they still go down pretty quick.
I don't think we'll be seeing much of it. I talked to the team a little bit beforehand on what they're playing. Seems like they went back to what they were playing before the Malga patch, which was Ramatra Orisa for the tank line. Going to be seeing a lot of those two heroes tonight. Sojourn back has been kind of a flavor of the month DPS for one too many months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tracer as well. I was watching some OWCS for Overwatch Pro League earlier, and I saw a bunch of Tracer today. So.
Tracer's, I think, been good since even last season.
Yeah, dude. Tracer got that small buff right before the big season change. We're starting to see a lot more play, and then I think she benefited a lot from the DPS passive and the health regen that they added. So would not be surprised if we see two Tracers in most every game tonight.
I'm wondering if we'll see, I think it was Kazuma usually on Reaper. I'm wondering if we'll see him play Reaper again this time.
Yeah, I know Kazuma and Mercy both like the hero, so I'm curious to see who will bring it out. Last time I casted, they had Mercy on it, but it's been a while since I've been in the booth, and there's been a few patches, so I know it's something Kazuma can also bring out. Both of them have very deep hero pools. Kazuma, especially, I'd like to note, he is a role swap. He was a tank player last season, and has really stepped up into his role over the last semester and into this semester as a DPS player. Really, May not really super in meta necessarily right now. She does see some play, great May player, great Tracer player. So excited to see what he's going to bring out tonight. Guess that leaves us just with supports to talk about. We've gone through the other two roles. We got Link, we got Squid Hat Jack, we got Suki. We got a beast support line. I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of Lucio, so going to probably be a lot of Squid Hat Jack on that Lucio tonight. He's been kind of like Sojourn, flavor of a month support for a little too long. He hasn't gotten touched. I know you're a big Lucio player. Give me some Lucio insights.
Well, a lot of what Squid Hat Jack was doing well last time I was in the booth, really keeping up with the rest of the team, keeping an eye out for everyone, because Lucio is AoE heals, much like Brig, you have to be aware of your team and where they are. A good Lucio can kind of vary from each part of the team here and back. Let's say Cosma is caught out a little bit. A good Lucio can use the walls, get that speed, ferry him back, bring the team all together. And I think Squid Hat Jack's Lucio game has really helped out in terms of helping out the other support too. Kevin Lank. Lank has been really doing well on that Zenyatta, and Zenyatta with some speed is quite a threat. And especially Kevin's Zen is just really insane.
He is a very talented Zenyatta player, not just in his mechanics. His aim is fantastic, but he has really smart, aggressive decision-making on Zenyatta. You see him take a lot of strong angles, take aggressive positioning, and make sure that every inch of ground he can claim for his team will be his team's. Also, probably expect to see a fair bit of either Baptiste or Ana tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on this patch what it's going to look more like. Probably pretty map dependent.
I'm thinking we're going to see a lot more BAP.
Yeah.
Just because Anna's better than she was. But I think she's still in an awkward
Yeah, I know
place.
generally the community was saying that they're still pretty low on Ana, but I know Lank, independently as a player, has been trying to prove that Ana can still be good in this meta. He's a really high impact Ana player. For those who don't know as much about Overwatch, Ana is one of the support heroes, and she has two really important cooldowns that bring her a lot of power. She has her anti-heal grenade and a sleep dart. If you get hit by that sleep dart, it's really hard to hit, but it will take you out of a team fight for a while. And the anti-heal nade is an AoE area that makes it so you can't get healed, which provides perfect opportunities for aggressive plays.
Right, and I think the nade recently got a damage buff and a healing buff to compensate for the health changes and the DPS passive.
Yeah, overall, have been a lot of changes. Overwatch is not necessarily a game known for super frequent patches, but Blizzard has definitely been patching through a lot recently to kind of keep the meta fresh. Personally, I was not a big fan of, on paper, what I saw coming our way for this season, but I've been really pleasantly surprised. I think a lot of the community will agree that there's a lot of small adjustments around with HP and projectile sizes, that anti-heal addition to DPS, as well as the regen passive. And they've been in the game for a bit now, and I think everyone's starting to have a lot of fun with it, and really bringing something fresh to a game that was, for many people with Sojourn, getting kind of stale.
Yeah. Now, here's a little silly question.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think within the current dive meta, we would maybe see something like a little bit of Doomfist? Because we don't normally see Doomfist in these games.
So I don't know if we'll see it tonight. I'm not sure how much Yuyo or the other team's tank, who based off of lobby order looks to be Kiwi, is the other tank's name tonight. I don't know if they've been playing a lot of Doom. Do see Doom come out in OWCS every once in a while. It's one of those picks that if you are a really talented player on that hero, you can kind of make it work in any meta. I think Doom's in a pretty solid spot right now.
He's in a much better spot than he's ever been right now.
I think, go back to before this big patch on the season, I think people were looking at Doom as kind of an answer to like the Sigmas and Ramatras of the world, where they kind of just want to sit still and kind of play bunkered up, and Doom allows you to take really aggressive angles and split fights in positive ways to your teams. So could be something they swap to, similar to Doom. Pocket pick I know we always will have as Ball. Champlain is we're real ballers.
Real ballers.
We are always balling. Yuyo, aka Mark, aka Yuyo the Goat, aka Natural Born Baller. He loves Ball. And another reason we love Ball so much is that Zenyatta pick that you mentioned earlier. Those two heroes work really well together.
Yeah.
So hopefully, maybe if we take a little bit of a lead and try something new in one of the later maps, might whip that out. It looks like we have our map selection. If you want to talk about that, where we'll be heading for map 1.
Well, we're banning Nepal, so I'm not sure which map we're going in Lijiang.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was there.
It was right there. Sometimes I forget because, you know, it's a
The
custom
reading
match.
comprehension devil strikes again.
All right, so going into Lijiang, we normally see a brawl comp coming out.
Oh
here.
yeah, this is such a brawl heavy map.
Yeah.
Even in super not brawly metas, like you'll see teams forcing Rhine on this map. It's just like it is quintessential brawl. We're starting on control center. That's the name of it, right? Control center.
Yeah.
One. It's an inside one. And looks like we're gonna be seeing the comps come through now as the clock ticks down.
We're seeing Mark on Hog, Yuyo on Hog, with Kazuma on Sim. Mercy on.
I'm curious if this is actually what both teams are going to be playing, because these are some interesting comps.
Yeah.
One hero we didn't talk about in our pregame is actually that Moira.
Moira's huge right now.
Yeah, Moira has been seeing a lot of play the last couple weeks. Really, really strong this meta. Just borderline obnoxious.
Jack going on the Lifeweaver, following his dreams.
Yeah. I mean,
ooh, good hook. That was smart.
interesting comps coming out from both sides as we see the fight starting to engage. Kazuma on that Tracer, like we talk about, and Mark did stick onto this Hog. One thing to look for is going to be that big Hog hook, open up those fights as Mercy takes an angle onto high ground, but the one thing that Pace is going to be really good at is controlling that high ground space with the Diva. So I will be curious to see how much we want to play around it as bursted low. Wow. Kazuma falls, Yuyo falls. That's going to be a wiped fight, and I would not be too surprised if we see some swaps.
Mercy's going to fall too. It's good at Jack falls. Link barely gets it out. He's going to get staggered. Or not.
Shooting some orbs, but he finds his way there as Kazuma now on to the cast pick. I really do not like the Lifeweaver, but we'll see how we can make it work here. It kind of feels almost disrespectful.
Yeah.
The hero may have... did it get any...
He got a small buff.
Okay, so we
the
did see
healing
some
can go up
changes.
to 85 instead of the regular 70.
Okay, so I like
or
that.
80.
Diva Bomb comes in to split up the fight. Both our DPS are going to look for...
Ooh, nice pick on...
Two.
That was nice.
Cole out now from Moira, engaging in 1v1 versus Lucio. Mercy falls, but Cole actually to take him out as Link trying to take an angle to support you.
Very nice kill.
Finds
Lucio.
Another fight not going the way of Champlain, and we're kind of bashing our heads against the wall with this really creative composition we're bringing out.
That Sombra is actually surprisingly helpful hacking those health packs, especially in the front room. We've lost a few players because of that. Ooh, almost getting the pick on that Sombra.
Yeah, great start to the fight as some cooldowns are forced either way. Hook comes in to burst down the Diva and DMEC now. This is a big window of opportunity for us to go in and take an aggressive angle. Now the Sombra falling and point looks like it's ours. Pace is just gonna walk away. Actually going back in, but Link finds one. Kiwi trades out onto Mercy. The fight's getting super scrappy as McKenzie falls to Link. Now the Diva demeched again, and Champlain able to pull themselves back together.
Very nice.
Well played by both schools there, but Champlain able to come out on top, and not too many ultimate resources used in that 5v5. The fight before we saw a few burned, but Kazuma now has the High Noon, the tree for Squid Hat Jack, two big ults, and a beat on the other side, and EMP and Cole already almost up, and we're going to want to fight fast before those
almost
come
in
online.
dragons here, actually.
I think that Mark might just be the single best Hog player ever born.
6, watch out.
Watch out. Shout out, speaking of hogs, hero of hog at Champlain College, Leo, aka Gibba, a true hog connoisseur. We are really kind of a hoggy school.
Are we?
Yeah, we have two fantastic hog players and some of our past tank players. Shout out Cy Krevlin, also a hog goat as the platform up fails and a pull into the middle of the enemy team, and an interesting decision from Squid Hat Jack. A crazy Noon gets canceled out, not able to find anything, but
he could have had it there. I saw the skulls line up.
I saw the vision, but with only Pete used through that fight, I don't even know if we're gonna get a touch. And that's the first point.
Quick.
Really tough round for Champlain.
What What do you think went wrong?
I think that we are going to switch comps and do mighty fine on the second point. At least I hope so. I really appreciate trying something new. It is a new patch. Maybe there's some scrim leaks that we haven't seen, but this is what I like to see.
This is the comp.
This is something that Champlain has played a lot of. Yuyo really good on that Zarya, and last time I was casting, they were playing this exact same comp on some of the maps, and with that bubble, the Zarya bubble on the Reaper, Mercy gets to play super aggressive, which is his playstyle. He is a hyper aggro player. He is looking to press the W key and walk forward until he dies.
That is the way Reaper gets value.
Oh yeah. Curious to see swap back to the Sojourn, so look for Cosma on the side of these fights. He's going to be looking to take angles while Mercy goes aggressive, but bursted through both bubbles, falling early. Champlain's going to want to get out of here fast.
Yeah. Squid Hat Jack keeping the team alive a little bit. Lang staying behind, keeping it up. Sojourn trying to get a little bit of picks here. Damage Orb not finding anyone.
See Yuya walking up now into the fight. Gonna get some poke damage down, but
Mercy gets axed.
Mercy falls fast again. A really well played by Pace to identify the Reaper as the win con at the start of these fights and take him down early.
Yuya goes down.
What do we got to do, man? How do we pull it back?
Cosmo goes down. I think we need something to hard stop dive, and we're not seeing it right now.
I like the idea of being the team to get aggressive first, right, with the Reaper pick, but I think we just need to be a little more organized on how we want to set up that TP with the Reaper. I like the aggressive play, but if Kazuma's not on the position of a split angle to get additional damage in, but now look, might find the pick onto the Sombra, but just
Sombra
barely
just
able to escape, but getting some support outs on the ults out on the other side of the fight. 2 ults per 1 from a Graviton Surge, and this fight's looking mighty winnable for Champlain, but Yuyo to fall. We might need to see a rail come out here, but might be too little too late.
Yeah.
Saving our resources after a lost fight could definitely be the call, but I wouldn't have mind seeing Cosma try to go for the hero play there. We're already down on the map, and we're falling down behind on this point as well. We know that there's going to be some ults coming up for the other side. Bomb and Blade, 2 huge ults, and we're still 25 to beat.
I need you to tell me if I'm wrong. I think we need to do something to just
we do need to do something.
No, I mean, I think we need to do something to take out that diva.
And there it is. Huge. Before she's able to get the bomb off, Yuyo with the nano goes in and finds one. Now Link battling off a Genji on the backside. Mercy walks back to help his Ana. Not quite enough to keep him alive. With both supports down, Champlain are still going to win the fight and find the point, but they're going to need to be a little careful until they get back. But, like you mentioned in our pregame, that's the power of Lucio. He will be able to speed the Ana back into the fight so he can get aggressive quickly, looking to use this.
We do now have a Kiriko switch.
Oh, I like that a lot here. I think that's a really good swap. I think it allows Kevin to be a little more independent in his gameplay and not as reliant on Lucio, and that frees up Lucio to do some crazy things in the back line.
Oh, gets booped off. Did he get? No, he didn't get anyone.
I like the idea from Lofi, the other team's Lucio. Good aggressive play, but punished instantly.
Yeah.
Champlain was having none of it. Finds one, but one wasn't enough. Gonna keep ticking up.
We do see the Ramatra switch out of Pace.
Yeah, so Pace now on for Ramatra is probably going to play a little bit slower. But that could be to Champlain's favor.
Yeah.
Coming close to some big ults. But gotta watch out for that beat in this fight, as well as the Moira Cole. There's the beat kind of aggressively looking to go forward.
We have Blade coming out too.
Maybe Vi Blade chip and shatter, but Genji goes in and finds one.
Can we find anyone? We got one.
We got one. 1 for 1. 2 for 1 now. Yuyo finds the Genji on the back end of a fight. Huge TP forward. Not going to let the Moira go anywhere. That's going to be another fight win for Champlain. Just staggering out Kiwi on the back end of a fight. Squid Hat Jack getting 2, and they'll get touch and they'll get one more fight, but I don't know if they have the resources to get through the Kiriko rush in this fight.
Like mending a shadow.
Kitsune Rush has just been consistently one of the best ultimates in the game,
It's
if
so
not the
fun,
best.
too. It's just great design. I love Rush as it comes out now, trying to burn Viramantra. Mercy going aggressive into the back line. No stop. Has the Reaper ult here. Oh, this is disgusting.
Oh, that's ult there.
Into the middle of the entire enemy team. He finds 3. He
4.
finds 4.
Let's go!
Mercy cannot be stopped on this pick, and I think Champlain found their answer.
That is a Reaper's just dream right there.
The POV of the teleport in was vile. That was disgusting. A predator hunting his prey. He had the vision, and he executed. There's times you go in like that, and you just get booped off like a fool.
Yeah.
There's times where you find nobody with that, but perfect timing for Mercy. Really skillful Q press.
Yeah.
All right, looking at this next map. Could be seeing a little bit of a Zarya mirror.
Zarya mirror. Cosma is trying.
It's just a TP out.
Yeah,
I think it's just a TP out. And we're likely to see the Sojourn. I think it was pretty effective last round. Oh no, we're not. We're TPing a point. Back in my day, when I was competing on Baja, we loved this strat. This is exactly what we did. You want to get to point first, and you want to play your distance, and have that pressure of securing the objective first.
Mercy hiding behind that wall, waiting to get their picks, getting that bubble.
Oh,
how much charge we got on Yuyo there?
Just melted, but aggressive TP forward.
77.
Aggressive pace wiped. Alright, so this is one of the big things with this comp for Champlain, is our target for Zarya bubble is Reaper. Their target for Zarya bubble is Zarya.
Yeah.
So if we're getting melted, we're melting a Reaper. He can press shift out, but Kiwi doesn't have an escape button like that. He doesn't have the extra level of security. His bubbles are just for him. Gonna see some support swaps though. Onto Ana BAP. Interesting decision. Immediately swapped off BAP onto the Kiriko now. I kind of like this.
Okay.
Good to have that cleanse for the anti-heal nade, but we do have Zarya bubbles, so curious to see how that goes as a hat comes through on a Squid Hat Jack. We're just gonna kite out to point and hold our ground, make pace come to us.
Cosma getting those small little peaks of damage with the volleyballs.
Huge pick onto Squid Hat Jack for pace.
Ooh, very nice kill.
Traded back, but tracking from Yuyo is vile. Absolutely disgusting gameplay as Kazuma kites it out just a little bit. Not quite enough for him to live, but enough to enable Yuyo to come through at max charge, clear off another kill, and
we still got
Champlain
this.
Rolling. This is the Champlain I think we both expected to see. And shout out to them for kind of waking up. Yeah. Remembering what
we did not like what happened on Control Tower.
No, we don't have to talk about it ever again. We 2-0'd, really, if you think about it. Here, the grab coming up, getting super aggressive with the nano
100 charge, too.
Grabs just to live, but the EMP back is going to be huge. Length falls, traded onto the Sombra, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. This might be a pace fight.
Luffy goes down. Juden goes down.
2!
Sapphire goes down. Can we get Kiwi too? Stagger? Stagger the tank? No.
Kiwi goes back. Safe play. It's not worth dying. We have objective. We're almost going to cap. Deny touch. Squid Hat Jack's going to look for a boop off, but they're walking right through main.
Beat goes out.
Huge charge from Kazuma. Not going to be able to burn through the beat. Looks like Sombra's next on the chopping block. That's a team wipe for pace. That might be map 1 for Champlain.
That's map 1.
We'll take it.
Ooh, and the breakdancing. We love to see it.
Average Lucio player.
Average Lucio player breakdancing on the enemy team.
Ooh, Cosmo play? Game.
Let's see what it goes. Let's see how it goes.
This is just a cleanup at the end. He has some good tracking here. Able to take down 2. Go on to a 3rd. Respect. Solid play come out from Cosmo. I'm glad we did see a little bit of a sim. She is a fun character in the way she allows you to maneuver around a fight with her teleport. And I think a lot of people play sim and just throw our turrets and sit there, but getting active with a teleporter with your team is really a great way to turn the tides of a fight. And we saw Kazuma use it pretty aggressively in some of those fights there. So shout out to him. Shout out to the whole team really for pulling it back because got a little scary.
Yeah.
The Hog pick, the Lifeweaver pick. I'm not sure if we've been playing it in scrims, but I really hope we haven't.
I think the Lifeweaver pick, I sometimes like playing wife. I'm going to say Lifeweaver. I love saying wife leaver, though. I love calling him wife leaver. However, I love playing the character. They're just not good. They're just not. They haven't been good for a few seasons at this point.
Well, it's kind of a design issue because one of the big things about support is role is almost every support has a game-breaking cooldown. Right? We talked about Nade and Sleep on Ana. You have Lamp on Baptiste. Kiriko has Cleanse.
Yeah.
And what does Lifeweaver have?
Pull.
Pedal, Platform, and Pull.
Pull
That's
is
not doing much.
Pull. It can be.
It
can be useful. It's cute.
All right, it's cute. It's a little sneaky. It gets value maybe once a map, but something like Nade is gonna put pressure on cooldown every 16 or 18 seconds now, something in that area. You have a cooldown that is game changing, and Lifeweaver doesn't provide that to the team. Lucio as well, amp speed and amp heal are so
Lucio's
important.
Lucio's entire kit is just really good.
Oh, everything Lucio does is
really
fantastic. He does damage. He's pretty much the only major speed boost in the game. There is JQ shout and Kiriko ult, but
that's
not.
super,
it's not the same.
It's not permanent.
It's not the same. And besides that, good AoE healing. Beat. I mean, we talked about it a little bit before the Amalgam meta that we were just in. Beat was one of those ults that really was like a win or lose of a fight is how good your Lucio's beat was. And really, we're seeing that carried over into this like Ramatra, Orisa meta. Curious, we didn't see any Orisa. Saw a lot of Orisa today in OWCS. A lot of the pro teams are really favoring that Orisa pick right now.
Orisa's just never not been good.
She's just a stability pick, right? You know what she does, and she doesn't try to do anything else. She's like, I'm going to stand still and live.
She's a wall.
She is. She's a wall, and it's kind of a skill check in a lot of ways. It's like, can you find a way past the wall, get creative? But right now, for Orisa being so good, sometimes the way around the wall is just your own bigger wall and just better Orisa play. So it looks like potentially Circuit Royale?
Circuit is usually the pick that we go with.
Isn't Circuit Royale... Did they change the map rotation? Because isn't Circuit Royale normally in the 4th set of map pools?
I think they might have changed the rotation
they might have
a bit.
swapped 2 and 3 of like Hybrid and Escort. Because I thought second map was Hybrid.
Yeah, I think normally it was Hybrid, but we've been seeing... We've been seeing
it's been a bit. I'm not super caught up on map rotations, but... For those at home who might not know, next game mode going to be Escort. There's going to be a big old payload. You're going to have an attacking team trying to get the payload from the start of the map to the end of the map. And you're going to have a defending team trying to stop them from doing so. And then we'll swap sides, and whoever gets the payload the furthest, the fastest, takes the map. We're going to be going to Circuit Royale, which I believe is in, Monaco?
Think so. We'll see on the loading screen.
Pretty cool map. I love this map. This is one of my favorite maps. It's very long range, a lot of big open sight lines. Heroes like Widow, in the past Alari for supports as well. Zen really strong on this map. So excited to see what we bring out. Sigma is a pretty classic tank pick here, just because of how maneuverable his shield is, that poke damage he's about to bring out. As looks like we do have a substitution for Suki coming in. This is exciting. Gonna be some double flex. Andrea coming in.
If we're seeing Suki come in, you think we'll see Brig?
Oh, we might see Brig. She is a really strong Brig player.
I love Brig.
But she's also a really strong second flex support. So I wouldn't be surprised. There it is, actually. You're going to see Bap Zen. They stole it right out of my mind. There's no way we walk out.
We're not seeing Junkrat,
right? We're better than that. Nick?
Okay,
there we go.
We're safe.
We're a lot more standard. But on the other side, we're going to be seeing a really heavy dive comp. Curious how that's going to play out. Normally, I find the poke versus poke matchup is a little bit safer than playing the dive comp on this map. Look to see them going fast onto the back line, and for Champlain's side, look to see how Suki and Link are playing with each other, around each other's cooldowns to keep each other alive when the monkey goes in, most likely off of just a Sombra hack.
Monkey goes in. Already in there. They're already been forced back a little bit.
Yeah, just gonna kite back up to the staircase on this high ground, most likely. Pretty standard spot to play, as the team's probably gonna be looking up towards the left for a Genji play. As Genji he's just walking forward. Monkey's going in, but he's already discorded.
Yeah, he's already low.
Burned down. That's the power of his Zenyatta. Discord thrown down on him. Oh my goodness. The dive is collapsed for pace.
Yeah.
And that's why this comp is so strong on this map, because it's so hard to approach into it. The Sigma shield cuts off the sight line, and the monkey trying to jump up isn't going to get anything, and I think Pace have identified it as well, because we've seen some swaps come through already.
We've already seen the BAP to the BAP and Zenyatta switch.
Yeah, and now matching the tanks
almost,
as well.
Yeah, almost mirror.
Yeah. Big difference is just going to be the DPS line, but
not letting that Zenyatta see the light of day.
Yeah, Cosmo on point with his shots so far. Already found an early pick, getting some good damage down on the approach. And we've seen a lot of trading on this corner as Yuya looks to back up, and
nice.
Cosmo finds another beautiful shot. And Mercy all the same as the lamp falls. Looks like it's going to be another wipe for Pace, and we don't even want to let him out of spawn.
I'm noticing that Cosmo's awareness is actually like really good, which is really helpful on Widow, because whenever you play Widow, you just make yourself a target.
Yeah, it's something that's not talked about a lot when looking at the game is, you know, you can be the best aimer in the world, but if you don't think about where to aim, where you're not gonna also die,
right?
It's really, really important, especially on a character like Widow who can be so vulnerable. As now. Trade comes back. There we go. Interesting. We also see a Mei swap. Gonna look to cut off those angles like they did there. Deny one of the DPS sightlines as they try to approach the corner. But Mercy getting so aggressive off a huge flux from Mark. Finds two. Gonna find a third here just for Mei. And we're gonna walk away happy with that. No, actually. No, we are.
Out.
Okay. Yuyo almost with an overheat as we found the Zenyatta on that high ground. See Suki's health bar dropping low as they clear him out, and a stagger onto Sapphire is not a good look for Pace. They only have a minute and a half left, and the card's barely around the corner, but Pepsi's punished. Maybe a little over-aggressive from Andrea, but respawn now. We have Window. Zen has Transcendence. The other side's sitting on almost 4 ults of their own. This is going to be a huge fight. But Link on the diff, and then Yuyo finds the other supportive, but backline for Pace is gone.
Tank is gone.
What are you gonna do?
Find her. Yeah.
It's just an immaculate team differential.
Yeah. Zero progress made.
This is textbook stompage.
I love seeing our teams do this, because this is always a map that I like see us on this point really get that steamroll.
Now just 30 seconds left. We still have some ults in our back pocket. Mercy almost back to his.
Good window.
A huge window clears out the enemy Baptiste. Gonna be low on healing now as they're just pushed back and back and back towards their spawn. Not even allowed around the first corner. Zenyatta falls. Shortly, Vamay will follow.
Ooh, nice pick on that Sigma.
10 seconds left. I don't even know if we're going to get to touch the cart. Lank's still sitting on his ult. We haven't even had to use the Zen ult once this entire game. And that's it.
So that's first round.
I expect us to win this map.
Yeah.
It is not guaranteed. Pace could still somehow spawn hold even better. Don't count them out just yet, but we have to move the cart 36.9 meters. 37 meters.
Oh.
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Champlain consistently, even if we aren't playing super well, at least gets it to the bridge.
What are our producers doing?
I don't know.
I hope you guys can see this on stream right now, but this is some high quality observing. This is the observing you don't get anywhere else. This is why we go to Champlain College. Yeah. This is why you at home should go to Champlain College. As I'm seeing
the ball.
We're balling.
Full dot.
I'm sorry.
This
Hello?
is a very nice dive.
I think Link is getting a little silly.
Kevin?
Secret leaks.
Hello?
Link has played. He's been playing a little bit of Lucio behind the scenes.
Okay.
Might be with me in low masters, but actually, no. Last time we played, I was D1 again. I'd already demoted.
Oh Lord.
I'm terrible at this game.
Are we? Wait. Are we actually seeing the Farah? I know Farah got a rework and she's somewhat viable now.
Our comp is quite silly.
Yes. Incredibly so.
I would like to see.
We're seeing Suki on Kiri.
I was gonna say, I'd like to maybe see the map swap.
Oh. Okay. Wait, we're going very silly.
Oh, I love that aggression from Link, pulling from off a high ground, and Mercy follows him through a big slam into the dash, and that's
I'm liking this actually.
That's gonna be one
insane.
play win the map.
Yeah. W. W's in the shot.
I mean, I don't have much more to say.
Oh no,
like, that's tough. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you just run off with a bad map and you just get balled on. We assessed it earlier. He's a natural born baller.
Yeah.
You cannot get him off the court.
Oh, they swap ball too. They're trying to hold
point. They might get the touch with ball here, actually. Gonna be very close. But knockback from Afara. He then C9s immediately. But it's fine. Looking to clean up a fight now, coming back towards the point. Champlain will have the pinch for the ball coming in. Lank finds one. Lisan Al-Gaib! The chosen one goes in with the boot, knocks him off the cart, looking for 1v1 on the enemy. Lucio.
Oh, that's strong.
Yu-Yo finds him. Another to fall.
Get that Sombra too. Yep.
And the Lucio profit sweeps.
It's Jover. As it was written.
As it was written. Kevin on Lucio. He told me to refer to him as Fade Rafa.
He did.
Lisan Al-Gaib. That's my bad. Shout out all of our Dune heads at home, aka fans of the series Dune. We here at Champlain College Esports do not officially endorse the movie, but me personally would recommend it. It was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Kevin Lang, Fade Ralpha. He's getting a kiss at the end of the stream.
He is trying to kiss his uncle, aka Mark Davis.
It's lore accurate too.
It is. I love Champlain Overwatch.
I do too.
They never cease to put on a show for us. They make our job so easy by being such an entertaining team.
But they also make my job hard.
Tasteful on map 1. Make it look like this could be a close series. And map 2, they go, no. No. So now
I would like it if they stalled a little bit. Like maybe give us an extra hour.
Well,
because then I can make more money.
I do have to play Premiere tonight. Shout out another game that Champlain College is epic at, Valorant. They played their quarterfinals on Monday. Unfortunately, didn't come away with a win, but we're still proud of them and love them for making playoffs.
I do think us playing Valorant is a charity to the game because we just make the game look good.
No, that game's fire. Not as fire as Overwatch.
Not as far as Overwatch.
I've discovered a new love for Swift play and the creatures of a Swift play night.
Wait, we're going to New Jersey.
We're going to New Jersey. I love New Jersey. Legally, I have to say that.
You do?
Yeah, I'm in a contract. I don't know what. No, that place is mediocre at best. Taylor ham or pork roll in the chat. The only relevant thing about New Jersey.
Oh wait, don't forget Frank Sinatra.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, and Bon Jovi.
Okay. Well,
there are two things that New Jersey is good at.
I'll give him credit for that. Someone shout out New Jersey. All right. I think we're going to New Junk City, though.
In Jersey.
Yeah.
That's Atlantic City in the future.
This is future Atlantic City. I could see it. This is a fun map. Flashpoint game mode. We're going to be seeing a bunch of mini control points across the map, 5 of them to be exact. First to 3 wins.
Is that time accurate?
Australia is the gambling capital of the world.
True.
I just learned that in this moment. Shout out production for knowing about Australians gambling
I I also love the zoom in on the abs of the sword, madam.
Did you see in big gambling news? You see the Shohei Ohtani news?
No.
He his translator supposedly was stealing tons of money from him and gambling all of it.
There's
And
no way.
Twitter has this like crazy theory, which isn't that crazy, and it sounds like it made a lot of sense. His interpreter's just taking the fall for him, and he has like a huge gambling addiction.
That would
And
be
he's been
interesting.
gambling this whole time, and it's been like crazy Twitter discourse.
I mean, his contract is enough money that really he's
Yeah.
boosting the economy by gambling.
No, he really is. Not to endorse gambling. Gambling is bad, but sports betting is here in Vermont. Thank you, Kevin Hart, for letting me know. Shout out all the real ones that know that Kevin Hart ad. As we are on Vimalga, as foretold, they said if they were ahead, they might bring Vimalga comp out because it is fun.
Yeah.
Interesting that we don't see the Sombra with it normally played. But we are in there like swimwear. Kiwi finds Squid Hat Jack, but Mercy quick to trade.
Nice
the
kill.
enemy Lucio falling as well. But Yu-Yo goes down. This is a sloppy fight from both sides, but Champlain College keeps it a little neater.
We did get ours.
Yeah, I believe, as some people would say, we take those.
We do take those.
A non-game specific term in which anyone could say that
Exactly.
does not belong to a specific community. For those of you who get that reference, thanks for watching. I love all of you. Yeah, coming into this next fight, we see Yu-Yo
Ooh,
going
very
in
nice
fast.
aggressiveness.
That's a stop.
Strong.
That's a huge stop.
Go. We're in there. We're so in there.
We're so in there.
Mercy
Takes
goes down.
But
Oh!
trades going out on each side as Squid Hat Jack runs down the enemy
Dive the
Sojourn
Sojourn,
off the back
yes.
of a fight. And this is very likely to be Champlain's point. We might get one more fight in. These comps are
It's
pretty fast.
Flashpoint. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a very fast-paced map. Both comps, Queen and Malga, both like to play very quickly. But Flashpoint timers click down even faster.
Ooh, Sombra's in there. Out of there.
Comes out. Are they gonna touch? Looks like they're just barely gonna make it, but the symbol splits the fight in half, and let's see if Champlain can pull one out as Nico falls to Yu-Yo.
Ooh,
Sim
Lucio
getting
goes down.
aggressive. That's 2.
Staying in there.
That's 3.
Oh my god. That's right. Last fight was a Felino's Tasty team kill.
Is that the new Felino's Flawless? Is it
You gotta
Felino's
show
Tasty
the
Team?
show the shoulder, Josh.
Show the shoulder?
Show the
They can't even
shoulder.
see me on stream. They're
No,
watching the game.
all right.
I have it up. Is it on this shoulder?
on that
the
shoulder.
shoulder. You can't see it, but right now I'm showing off our wonderful new esports jersey brought to you by Felino's.
We love Felino's.
Dude, I had the best slice of pizza. Mark was not kidding. Felino's buffalo chicken pizza with candied
The
jalapenos.
candied jalapenos were goated.
So good. As on to the next flashpoint. Seeing the initial poke stage of a fight coming out.
Oop, Sombra went out for
forced to the
milk.
side, but I think we're going to see a huge cage here come in as Mark charges forward. Big stomp coming down, saving the cage because the fight's going their way, even with the Queen ult. One falling for each side, but Kiwi the
Yu-Yo
first tank
goes
goes
down.
down. Now both tanks are down. Link might be forced to use Mako here, but Kazuma keeps it
we'd win.
clean, and
We win.
just one warrior left.
Bully her.
One thing that's super important to note is that Kiwi did get touch before the fight really broke out, so we were not able to fully capture the point. So the clock is now ticking, but during that fight, it was still 0-0 the whole time. Big ults coming through on both sides. We're gonna see EMP and we're gonna see Beat further side of Pace, and we're sitting on Cage, Rail, and Cole. So a
only now
wide
seeing the
selection of
Malga
ults
mirror.
as the Cage comes down super fast. But we TP
Wait.
out. That's Beat.
Wait,
that's
I've never
EMP.
seen that used before.
Somebody call Mason. Somebody call Mason. We have new tech for the Life Weaver Malga comp.
Wait.
We need a sim in there for the TP as we blow all of our ultimates with one beautiful cage.
Wait, that's kind of nuts.
That might have been the single smartest thing I've ever seen Mark do.
I think
in
I'm
his
stealing
entire
that.
life.
There's no watermark on that, right?
I've already filed a patent as
Yeah.
we speak. My uncle is a lawyer, and I have him in the patent office right now. Shout out my unc, my goat.
Shout out Unc Zillick.
You have a lot of uncles. As We see Uncle Malga going forward,
Uncle Malga.
burning through Bubba Cool and the Reaper.
Yeah, no, that Reaper is too much damage.
Swap. Good answer to Malga. Huge AoE close range damage.
Very strong wall there.
Shotguns as people falling from both sides. But
Yeah.
Kazuma burning and building up that laser damage.
We built that wall hard and we made Pace pay for it.
No comment. As Squid Hat Jack unloads damage into Kiwi, and we don't even care that our tank is down. They C9 for point, but wasn't even a C9. They're mostly already dead, and the backline of Champlain says, we do not need our wall.
We do not need it.
Well, on to our final point, potentially. Champlain up 2-0. If they win here, they win the series. Seeing the Reaper stuck Miko on the Cass, made that swap before last fight, didn't shout it out. No ultimates right now for either team, but Kiwi incredibly close to that cage. Gotta be huge, and those Warriors are gonna build Cole quite fast. You saw Link just shot up in percentage. As the stomp
very
goes
nice
in, but
stomp.
Careful of the cage. You might be
cage
trapped
goes
in
in.
there with them. Beautiful TP from Cosmo to kind of back out of the fight.
Yuya will have
away.
cage if he stays alive. No.
Oh, just falling. Link so close to the Cole that could have changed the fight.
Yeah.
But Champlain's going to go down, hold their resources.
Cosmo
we got
lives.
2 ults out of the
No,
fight.
Cosmo's gone.
No. We just want to die and reset here, I think. If it will ever take Squid Hat Jack down. Cosmo maybe on the overstay, but Slide, he gets away. It's fine.
Yeah.
And now, look at the ults for Champlain. Big DPS ult in Varel. The cage for Mark. And Link now on that Cole. And Pace doesn't really have much to answer. Gonna have beat for the fight, but if a fight extends long enough, Squid Hat Jack will have one of his own. As the cage comes
going down. Or not.
He TP's out and he's fine.
insane.
Cole still up as we burn the resources early with Cage. Beat comes out and Squid Hat Jack playing kind of close to the Reaper ult, but Juten finds literally nobody with it.
Wow.
But Link falls,
Link goes down.
Yuyo falls, and the space might have been enough for Pace to
Mercy
take
goes
some
down,
good
Cosmo
angles
goes
on
down.
Champlain. Yeah, I think we got pretty greedy with our Cole. I think Link needed to use it earlier in the fight to get that tempo for us. Point's gonna go to Pace. They still need 2 more to win.
What's the opposite of a Felino's team kill? Dominoes?
I don't even want to talk about that dirty, dirty pizza in the presence of the beauty that is Felino's. As Mark kind of goes in just for a silly death. But the team's actually going to be there to fight it a little. Squid Hat Jack going to go down. TP's going to get out Yuyo as Pace wants to follow through behind the charge, finding Mercy. And I think we need to reset, take a deep breath, and go into the next point.
Lord. I was hoping we wouldn't lose a point here, but we got to keep it interesting, you know?
Yeah. That is a mindset as Link also goes down. Yuyo baiting his team for him to fall one by one behind him. Great poke damage. Builds him closer to that cage. We're just going to wait. They'll get early point control, but we need all 5 of our team members to be here.
Yeah, right now we only have 2 very defensive ults, so we won't be able to engage with any of it right now. Yuyo is quickly making up that difference, though.
Yeah, a big
So
wall
is
to
Kiwi.
split the fight, but Pace just goes through it as
Cage goes
Cole
down.
comes out. Cage is on either side as the Malgars are just trading, but Kiwi gets the better of Yuyo as Moira's Cole takes down the cage. Symmetra to fall. Mercy right alongside him. Link to get one on the back end of a fight, but doesn't look like it'll be much more than that if he's even able to make it out himself.
We have one more fight on this point.
Ooh, interesting Ash swap. Okay, I like the Reaper swap a lot better. I think matching the Reaper is pretty strong. I do like what the Symmetra is bringing us, so hopefully a fast fight with the TP of the Reaper. Maybe we're able to burn through Kiwi, but beat advantage to the side of Pace means that this is going to be a really hard attempt to contest, and could mean Pace evens it out 2-2 on the map. That's the beat.
Beat goes out. Cole is out.
Ult. Squid Hat Jack falls to it.
Ooh.
And this fight might just already be over. Juten falls in a full charge Symmetra beam is doing damage. The tracking was so beautiful, but not
if we
quite
just
enough.
got Kiwi down.
Yeah, if Kiwi fell, there was maybe a chance, but I maybe would have liked to see Champlain be a little conservative for resources. Say, hey, I know we are not winning this fight. They have ult advantage. They have point advantage. They're forcing us to touch. Go in and see if we can find anything, but try to save our ults for next. Because now look, Sapphire has 70-ish% more to Cole than Lank. Lank used his in the last fight. Gonna have 2 big DPS ults coming through, one for each side, but the Cole can be the difference maker as we see early trading building up towards that cage for either side. High Noon gonna clear out some space on the point so Champlain can take it early.
Nice hiding spot.
As the wall splits the fight beautifully.
Very nice.
Kazuma does not want Kiwi to be allowed to stand forward and aggressive. Burning
Kiwi
him
goes down.
Both DPS melt the Malga together in unison as that's it. That's a fight. Champlain takes the point as they clean up, stagger out those last kills, and take a firm grasp back into the game here in map 3. Seeing some response. And that was Moira's cult too in that fight, actually. That's huge. That's
really
huge for
big.
Champlain. Pretty even on beat. Squid Hat Jack slightly ahead.
Is the cast swap new?
No, he's been on cast.
He's been
for a
on
couple
cast.
fights.
Okay.
Yeah, he knew at the start of that fight.
Okay.
Big note, we do have an early cage went into the hole. Yu-Yo falls, and Kiwi's gonna have some early aggressive positioning, but he is taking so much damage from that Reaper. And from those turrets, Kiwi falls. His team shortly behind him, and let's get aggressive. 20% to touch. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. We have Reaper ult.
Oh, they're not making it.
I don't think they even get back.
No,
we
it's
can just sit and
Flashpoint.
watch. That's the game.
That Flashpoint, baby.
Live by the flash, die by the flash.
Yep.
And that's going to be a 3-2 tight map 3. Played a little bit of a Malga comp, forced them into the Malga comp even, which is pretty crazy. Didn't see a Sombra on either side, which is normally pretty standard, but
They started with Sombra.
they did. You're correct. They did start with Sombra. Mercy picking up play of the game here. Let's see. A little bit of rail action to find Lofi. Turns back, burns down Kiwi. Does he find another on this angle? Oh, big aggressive slide.
Yeah.
Great play from him. Great play from everyone.
Yeah.
Like, really fantastic fundamentals. I think the team realized they were getting sloppy and were like, all right, this is what we have to do to win. A, B, C, D through the fight. They went through, they checked their boxes, and took home a pretty clean 3-0. I will say, before the match, I did ask the team if they think they were going to win, which is something I like to do. And they all told me yes. They were all pretty confident about it. Yu-Yo specifically said 30 minutes tops, 3-0 stomp. Wasn't quite a 30-minute stomp, about maybe 45, but respect.
Yeah.
Bold to call your shot like that, even bolder to hit it. So that'll be it. Going to semifinals.
Yeah.
Hype about semifinals? I'm pretty hyped about
I'm very hype
semifinals.
about semifinals.
Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Next week on Thursday. We won't know the time quite right away. We won't know our opponent. Hello and welcome back. I'm joined by Mark _Yuyo Davis _OW Overwatch team co-captain. Welcome to the interview.
Hello. Underscore.
What are your thoughts right after this match?
I don't know. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I would hope so. You guys had a fun, engaging time, I hope.
Yeah, I almost got locked up for being too silly.
Yeah, there was definitely some silly stuff. Let's go through map by map and talk about a little bit of a thought process. Going into tonight, we're expecting certain picks. And we saw a lot of different things shown. A lot of versatility, to put it in a positive light. Maybe borderline silliness. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the mindset on map 1 with the Hog Weaver comp. What was the goal?
Japan. Japan runs that comp sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, in their like OWCS, yeah.
Interesting.
And we were like, that seems fun.
No, that's cool. I didn't.
Unfortunately, Zach might be the world's silliest life weaver.
He was curious indeed. It seemed like there was a little bit of desyncing on the start of map 1.
Yeah, like brain cell to brain cell, it kind of fell apart there.
Yeah, like, have you guys played it at all in scrims?
Like one scrim and we lost on it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like something, if you guys practice, it could be really good for you, but maybe it's a little out of meta.
Not.
I was trying to stay positive.
It's not good.
It's terrible.
It might have been a little bit troll.
It was really bad. Jonah looked at me partway through game 1 and goes, "How do we fix this?" And I said, "Maybe we
Swap
get off Life Weaver."
That's so funny. Jonah in the chair, completely distraught. How do we fix this, John? Where do we go from here? We're on Roadhog.
Next map, that's where we go. But moving on from that, next 2 points, we swapped to some more comfort stuff.
Oh my god, your arm's in the void.
Oh my god. Oh!
Figure it out.
My bad. We swapped up a comps for the rest of map 1. How are you feeling? It was a 2-1 win. Were you confident going into Circuit Royale?
I don't know what happened in Circuit Royale. I don't even remember that map.
It was pretty fast.
We really wanted like TP Orion over the top, but apparently they've like the devs have removed like all available way to do that on offense. Like you can't put the TP on the May wall, you can't put it on a pedal, you can't like you can't put the May wall on the like. There's no happiness. They stole my joy.
Well, I did like what you guys did. We'll start with the defense side before we go to the attack side. So on the defense side, at what point were you like, okay, this is what's happening? Like, how many fights in did you just, like, accept the fact that they weren't getting around the first corner?
I think I was just, like, Thomas hit a headshot on Widow.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that doesn't happen too often. They might be walking in straight. Maybe they're walking in straight lines. Like, maybe we'll be okay.
We had some pretty high praise for Cosmo.
No, he
hit some nice shots. He was playing good angles, and Jonah pointed out it's like pretty good awareness of the Widow.
I think like when you're on like a SIG like double flex support map, and like in the business we call when an enemy's really easy to shoot, they're straight lining. Like, they were straight lining a lot.
It definitely looked.
I was feeling like the world's best Sigma. Everything was hidden.
Like, no hate to Pace. They played their hearts out. Yeah. Only positive things to say about them. It reminded me a little bit of my time on Baja last year and the people we played.
Yeah, I was shooting at the map and I was like, that's a Joshua Zillick angle. That was not ideal.
No, there is definitely some uniqueness coming out. Some creativity for sure. And then now the second half, you guys rolled out on like Farah, Ball, Kiriko,
Genji,
Lucio.
Anything that could go over the roof.
Yeah, no, I really, like, unironically, that was, like, disgusting from you guys.
They kind of died really fast.
Kevin went, like, a little early, and so I was like, I'm just gonna get hyped for Kevin, this is fun. And then
Nick killed them all.
And then he hit a boop, and then 5 seconds later...
it was actually so off. I was going to slam high. Kevin boops them off to the right. Yeah. The Farah rocket comes in and boops them even further, and I slam actual air. Like, I just did nothing.
And then Nick came in on Genji and cleaned up. Really easy first point. They got a little bit of a touch. Almost. I don't know if you saw the Farah POV. He did hit the ball off and could have capped, but then shifted up into the sky.
I almost booped him off in cap, too. That was the goal. We were trying to get them off without killing them.
Yeah.
Pacifist run.
Except your Farah C9'd.
Yeah.
Unlucky. It happens. Is Farah played at all? Or
no,
is that just
that comp isn't. That's probably. Well, I don't think Ball's been played in like a year.
Yeah, no. Well, you guys play ball. Like,
not really.
Because you're balling.
I'll be balling.
Yeah, you're natural born baller. That's what I described you as. Moving on to map 3. Flashpoint. That was a silly little time. I'm glad that we got to see some Malga. We talked about it before. It's fun to watch. It's fun to play in a team environment. Maybe not as much in some solo queue games, but...
Yeah, there was like a moment where our plan the second I got caged was like we really wanted to put them in a cage and TP me out and then just sit around them in a circle and like look.
Yeah,
we thought it would look silly.
EMP'd nothing.
And then we TP me out and we're on point like looking at them and then all of a sudden this EMP comes out and then I think we laughed so hard that we lost 2 maps and then like had to bring it back together on the 3rd one.
Yeah, no, it was something. I was watching it and I'm curious, what is with on No Sombra? Because I know Sombra was really popular in the comp. Was it just like the nerf she got?
Like not like Sombra was probably like even I would say like more optimal than what we played. I just like unironically I made the call because like in OWCS when teams are playing Malga they were like not doing the Sombra Reaper variant like today they were just playing like Sim Soj and I was like that's probably good.
Yeah, no.
Then they like mirrored Rush and then it's like if they're gonna mirror Rush it's probably like Sombra Reaper's better. But then we played Sim Reaper. I don't know. Thomas is kind of cooking on the Sim today. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I said 4 times. Jesus, that tracking is insane. Like his tracking was so good. There was a few fights that like should have been completely lost that he either pulled back or like were like way too close just off of how accurate the Sim beam was.
Lijiang Tower like the last 2 fights he like. Both times our entire team like managed to int and like perfect synchronization and Thomas both times like solo won a fight. He caught the grab. Did you see him catch the grab with the wall? Yeah.
No, it was really good gameplay from him. Overall thoughts going into next week. Do we think we'll see another 3-0? You think it's going to start getting a little harder?
The way brackets typically go, you play better teams as you go on. So I'm hoping for a little bit more challenge. But I'm not sure who's like in the bracket. I don't really care who we play. I just want to win. So we'll figure it out.
I love that winning mindset, winner mentality. I hope to see you guys through to the finals.
That's the goal.
That hopefully is a goal. Hopefully another trophy for some Overwatch players at Champlain. We're pretty good at getting those.
Yeah, we got jerseys now.
Yeah, shout out our jerseys. They say Champlain on them because that's the name of our school.
Yeah, it was kind of revolutionary. I came up with that. I was like, what if it said the name of the place we go to?
Yeah, really awesome, like cool pattern on it. Yeah. You can't see, but the logo has like a little gold outline. It's really awesome. You also can't see, but that's the Felinos patch, Jonah.
We love Felinos. Oh my, I ate so much Felinos before this game.
Dude, I was talking
honestly, if anything powered me through the game, it was the Buffy chick with the candied jalapenos.
We were literally talking about the candied jalapenos on stream before. Go to Felinos and get yourself a buffalo chicken pizza.
Felinos, if any of your owners can hear this, I would like a pizza named after me.
If we could get a Yu-Yo pie,
I'd be so happy.
I would order so many.
It would actually it would make my year.
Would you also put hot honey on it? Because I know you're kind of a hot honey merchant.
I've been like workshopping like how can we like have like the hot honey and like ranch drizzles like kind of work together with maybe some like Buffy chick. Like, okay, hear me out, Felino's ownership. I'm talking like a buffalo chicken like white sauce base. We add some mozz to that. We have the buffalo chicken on it, bacon, candied jalapeno, ranch drizzle, hot honey. Call that the Mark Davis. It would go crazy. Or like the Champlain Overwatch. It doesn't have to be my name, but like I'm just saying, that's doing numbers.
It's doing numbers. Put a little beaver on it. Call it the Chauncey, even.
I want it to be about me.
I know you want it to be about you. Yeah, we saw you on Hog, bro. We get it.
Yeah, I was hooking air.
No, you hit like one crazy hook on a diva at one point, but it was a diva.
It's a diva.
So like,
yeah.
I had you up.
Yeah.
Some good hype moments. Any one particular moment from tonight that stood out to you?
The KGMP, man.
The KGMP,
I still can't get over that. It was actually the funniest thing.
It might have been the silliest thing I've ever seen. That being said,
I don't know how we made it through that fight, man.
I don't know how we've made it through this.
So we got EMP'd IRL. Like it was like no one was at their computer. Like I like wheeled myself back from the setup for a second.
That's crazy. All right. Before we say anything too heinous to stream and Harry comes and beats us with
I'm brand safe.
Newspaper. You are not.
What do you mean?
No,
I'm brand safe.
Spell brand safe.
BRANDSAFE.
You forgot the space. Idiot, man. This absolute mayor of stupid town sitting next to me. That being said,
president of dumb idiot stupidville country.
All right. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all of those.
I got this. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all those watching. And we'll see you next time on Champlain Esports.